And the other thing is that lawyers know the law, but they don't know your life. And so really it's how does a lawyer get all the information that they need in order to present your case, whether it's in a negotiation setting or a court setting, in order to have that edge, in order to get the results that you want. And how they do that is through you having the right leverage and you being able to persuade the other side, and you have to do that under the terms of the law that applies to your particular situation. And it can be very, very overwhelming for people. And what I find is that people use their lawyers as like a savior, and they just think, well, they're going to save me, I hired them, so now they're going to save me. But the lawyers don't know your story. And so what you have to do is be able to take all this scattered information. It could be years of correspondence, text messages, bank statements. It could be journals that you
And they
kept.
say contracts and everything else, right?
Contracts, agreements, conversations that were had, witnesses to these conversations. And how do you put all of that and distill it down into something that tells the story? So like a timeline, number one, which is the first thing I always tell people to make, is a really strong timeline with the pertinent events. And then also creating patterns of non-payment or non-compliance with the contract, or patterns of inconsistent conversations where somebody said this on one place or this on something else, and use and pull it all together into an exhibit, whether it's a table or a heat map or a graph or something, so that people who are just coming in the middle of the movie can readily catch up and see what's happening. And you have to do this in a persuasive way. You can't just assume that people are going to see it all and absorb it the way that you want them to. And so what Slay AI does is, it's a long way of me saying this, but it's important to lay the preface, I think, is take all of this scattered information and you can put it in there and it will immediately synthesize it for you, create the patterns.